Hi everybody, hope you guys are doing well and good. My name is Manzoor Maqsood Ahmed and welcome to my show, Hello Dubai. Today I have a very special guest on my podcast. I've known her from past 17 years and exactly from that specific time she's been doing real estates in Dubai. She comes from Greece and I welcome Eleni Piperidou. Welcome Eleni to my show.
Hi Ahmad. Hi, always pleased to see you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
How's everything?
Busy.
I see real estate is booming now, and every real estate broker is just like closing sales, doing viewings, transfers, cashing checks out, buying new cars, apartments, shopping.
You want to know what I have bought? No, I'm not telling you. This is confidential information.
That's perfectly fine. So what I want to know from your side is, Eleni, I mean, the reason you're here on the podcast is because I want the viewers to know how you've been in this industry, what you have been doing. We want to talk about some of the real estate insights about Dubai. I want to talk a lot about real estate. So let's start with your background. Can you please tell us about your background and how you ended up doing real estate in Dubai?
It was random, totally random. You know, I come from a medical background. I studied cosmetology, dermatology in Greece, and I came for vacation here, just purely vacation in Dubai.
So just all of a sudden you came to Dubai?
Yeah, and you know, after seeing all this Acropolis of 5,000 years old buildings in Athens, I decided that no, you see, this is the future. When you see halfway Burj Khalifa under construction, then you know that this is gonna be the next
big thing,
land of of opportunities. That's what used to say about
back
US.
in 2006, 2007.
2007 exactly.
Ideally, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, and obviously I had relatives here, so I asked them if they could help me find a job, and this is how I got. Obviously, I wanted to be in my industry, in the beauty industry, but we kind of like give it a try.
I mean, if you look at your industry,
with the
beauty
real
industry,
estate.
Beauty industry is just smashing like anything. It's like
not back in 2007. Beauty industry in Dubai was absolutely on zero levels. Of course, Iran and Lebanon, they were the countries where everyone used to go for the plastic surgeries, the cosmetological things. But of course, right now things are completely different. Dubai attracts not only because of real estate. You will see a lot of businesses opening up, developing, and improving. So I at the time gave it a try. I said, okay, if it doesn't work, I can always go back to what I do. What I was doing, but yeah, it worked for me.
So real estate worked in your way.
It worked for me completely.
How was the market back then, Eleni? Can you tell me some more about it?
You remember we used to sell in elevators?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it was amazing. I mean, you know, we all were young, we were all energetic, we were very communicative. We used to sell.
We were hungry.
We were hungry, and you know, I think that time the mistake was that we thought that things are always gonna be the same.
I remember I wanted to retire by the age of 21. And I retired actually.
You did. You retired.
But, you know, honestly speaking, I remember the era from 2006 till the 2008 December. I mean, the market was just like anything. It was like everything was selling. Everything,
including offices, retail.
There was no land department.
Yes.
There was no formal land department for freehold properties. Although there was land department.
There was a land department, but it was not
for local properties. Yeah, not for freehold properties.
You see, the thing is, back in days, things were new, and there were a lot of things that we didn't have what we have at the moment. The control over properties, developers, investors, buyers, agents, you know. So, of course, when RERA came in place and started regulating the whole market, real estate market, you could see a different Dubai.
I mean, everything was regulated, I mean, developers were not in control back then. If
No,
you
not
remember,
at
there
all.
were flippers. So a guy has bought an apartment, sold it more than 15 times to 15 different people.
Yeah, under one MOU, and then the MOU used to circulate
Yeah.
among other buyers.
So I
yes,
think
yeah.
RERA did a lot of good regulations. They
100%.
tried to make sure that Dubai becomes like more of
Legit,
an organic and a
yeah.
legit market,
Yeah.
rather it becomes like unlegit market. That's what we've experienced in future. If you see, I remember some of my friends, they bought like a project, an apartment, and that apartment was sold them by an ex-developer, and they were paying the installments, and all of a sudden the project got cancelled. They paid a very high amount of premium. The premium was gone. The money that they paid was eventually refunded to them, but they came to know after a very long time. So, and that also happened because RERA was, and land department was in regulation, monitoring developers, what they are doing. I want to ask you something, Eleni. If we see the market today, what's happening, everything is getting sold out. If you pick like one of the best developers, let's talk about Nakhil. They launched 4 buildings, if I'm not wrong, 2 days back, and they were sold in about less than 2.5, 3 hours. All 4 buildings were sold out. I mean, how?
There is demand, obviously. There is a demand. We're still in a position where, obviously, the off-plan market leading at the moment. If you look at the transactions, it's over 224 billion on off-plans sales in 2024, sorry. I'm
Okay.
still working this. And on ready properties, it's 107 billion.
Wow. These
So
are
there's-
big numbers.
Big numbers.
Recently, Damak apparently sold some 10 billion worth of townhouses in one of their projects. I don't know the name of the project, but it's like a hit. So I follow a lot of content creators and a lot of owners, those who are actually creating contents with real estates. And they were saying every 9.7 second, they were selling a house. So, and 10 billion
Possible.
worth of sale. Like, it's not a small...
It's not a small amount at all.
It's a big number.
It's a very big numbers.
I have one more question. What will happen if the international economy crashes? Are they prepared to take that kind of a hit?
At today's market, I think they are prepared. In which sense? Like, obviously, no developer will run away. Money are in escrow account. Constructions will still complete. Now, maybe with delays, possibly, but I don't think so. It will hit more the secondary market, I guess, if anything happens.
Anybody, I think, in your opinion, just correct me if I'm wrong, anybody who's paid a very high premium today and bought like a secondary house rather than buying a primary property will be affected?
Look, when the crisis comes, everyone will be affected. I guess this is not going to be an exclusion.
But-
who is going to be and who is going to not be.
But I'm also thinking this way, that some areas during the correction period, let's not call it the crash, but I think the correction period.
No, it could be like COVID was not expected. Like, let's say it straightforward. It was a disaster, nothing, and then no one was prepared for such a thing. So it's a crisis. So correction, it's something else.
I believe those who bought properties during COVID have made the best out of it.
100%. I was actually screaming at my buyers and investors that I know for years, buy at this time, buy right now, because you will make double what people are selling.
3 years post handover, 2 years post handover, 5 years post handover. It is not going to come again, Eleni. Do you think any developer will come with a 5-year post handover plan?
See, I believe that developers should come with this. Then they will attract more buyers from the middle class segment. Because obviously, I see today people obviously been checked properly with banks. Not all of them are 100% eligible for mortgages. So let's put it as a suggestion to the developers that we need to have post-handover payment plans for those who are probably not all industries are eligible for a mortgage. Right?
I spoke to some of my friends. They work with some of the leading developers, and when I asked them this question, that why don't you give more post handover plan, they say, why should we give?
They don't have any need, because until today they still have the demand.
That's what I'm saying.
The demand is there. They don't need to do any of this. But when, obviously, as you said, the market start correcting, they always come with these suggestions. Let's do something to sell off our stock.
Let's talk about some numbers. How many units are you expecting by the end of 2025?
2025, I think about 30,000 units will come up in the market.
Really?
I think so, around that
So
price.
you'll be having...
if you want, I can look at my notes.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But these 30,000 units, I mean, are they going to be like townhouses, villas,
Overall.
apartments? In general?
Yes.
Okay. From the count until the next 5 years, how many units are we expecting, Eleni?
From the count today, you mean? Until?
2030, 5 years.
Ooh, they're going to be around 100,000, I guess. I have the figures until 2028. I don't think so. We still reach the 2030.
So how many units are we expecting till 2028?
More or less around 100,000 units.
100,000 units. So you think, let's hypothetically...
A little less, let's put it this way, a little less, like around 80,000 from today.
So we have those kind of people and they're waiting to move in those houses and...
Well, obviously, if you see today's environment in Dubai, right, the population have increased.
Correct.
And Dubai is expanding, opening up new areas. And I see that, obviously, this is not done for no reason. They will be attracting more population in. Mm-hmm. With the current situation in the world, I think that they have planned to have ready stock.
Okay.
If you remember, in 2008, the prices were like crazy high, right? Why? Because the demand was higher than supply. At the moment, we have enough supply, I believe, but still, it's obviously the population has increased by at least 4.5% since last year.
Really?
Yes. So in calculating from 2022, it's about 7% increase. That is only Dubai, right? I'm talking about Dubai purely. So these numbers sound like it's nothing, but you can see on the roads, obviously.
No, I mean I can see there's lots of traffic everywhere.
Yes.
In Dubai. It was not like that before. Of course, definitely not during the COVID period.
Even if you remember 2008, it was never like that.
Sheikh Zayed used to be packed a lot.
I think the Sharjah Dubai was the most busy highway you could ever think. I used to stack there for like 4 hours.
Yeah, but Dubai is packed everywhere. Any part of Dubai.
No, now it's different. But in 2008, the minute you out of Garhoud,
but back
it.
then, if you look at the infrastructure of the roads, they were...
No, they have improved, obviously. They have
definitely
built
improved,
so many roads. The infrastructure is growing.
They are even growing further, huh? Now
100%.
You see traffic not only on the Sheikh Zayed Road, but even if you are coming from Abu Dhabi towards Dubai, it's all
service roads and
it's all crowded. It's all packed. I mean, see, what I always looked at Dubai was always inclined, and they were focusing more towards their tourism sector. I mean, I'm not going to call Dubai as an oil-rich country, but Dubai was always focused and always attractive towards tourism, bringing
Businesses.
in businesses,
Finance.
bringing in international investors, opening free zones for them. Recently, they announced golden visas where you can just buy a property with as low as 2 million dirhams, and you can
Yes.
could be ready property or an off-plan property, and you do the required things, and you're eligible for a golden visa for your and your dependents.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, a lot of other countries are also providing golden visas, and they are actually turning
Green visas, okay, whatever they call
So
them.
Portugal used to provide golden visa, but they stopped giving golden visas now due to an expiry reason. Do you think will Dubai stop giving golden visas, Eleni?
No, why? I don't think so.
You
no.
don't think so? But you think like this?
Maybe no. Why? If a person has bought the property, invested in this country, obeying the rules and respecting the laws, why? I don't see the reason why.
You don't see any reasons like that,
I
huh?
don't see the reason why.
Well,
I mean, if one country in Europe have stopped it, doesn't mean that the whole Europe have stopped it, right? So still, there's some certain countries that are offering that, and I don't see why would Dubai have to stop it. I mean, maybe that was a temporal thing.
okay, let's come back to Dubai. I want to ask you something. Some real estate insights. I want to know where are we standing. December is about to end and January is about to hit down. What do you think year 2025 is going to be in the Dubai real estate? What do we see in the year 2025? Do we see more handovers?
Obviously, there will be more handovers, more work for agents taking over new projects. There will be new trends in the market, of course. Let's see. I don't like predictions, honestly. Let's see.
How do you see? Do you expect there will be a crash or a correction in the year 2025, or do we still have time for that?
Look, I'm not an Nostradamus. I don't like predictions. We'll see what's gonna 2025 brings us. I want the corrections to come in. I want it, but obviously it's not only my will. It's something that it's not only my wish. Sorry, but it's obviously the market demand. If the market is still demanding new projects, new areas, and new sales, then obviously there will be correction. I believe in ready properties.
Ready properties.
Yes.
I want to understand in what is correction as per your mindset. Like, what do you call?
Well, obviously, at the moment, you see, it was a seller's market. Where there was both and demand from buyer and obviously there was a supply from the sellers. So you know sellers how they get. If you get 5 agents calling him and say I have a buyer, he starts up like increasing his price by minutes. You know, obviously this has to finish. Today we need to see the transactions. It's very transparent. You go on many portals you can find and you can see the reports of the sales transactions on ready property, and based on that you evaluate whether you have to correct your price because you no longer get the same demand like in 2 years or 1 year ago, whether you have to increase your price because actually you get a demand. Obviously not areas transacting as good as, for example, we have top areas, and it's always gonna be, for now, at least it's gonna be downtown and Marsa Dubai, which includes also the JBR, and you cannot beat these areas. But certain areas do not perform.
When the crash happened in 2008, if I'm not wrong, or 2009, all these waterfront projects like we had, either it's Marsa Dubai, either it's Palm, they all fell apart.
Marsa Dubai, we're talking about Dubai Marina and GBR.
We talk about JBR, we talk about Dubai Marina, you're talking
Fall
about
apart
Palm
in which
Jumeirah.
sense? There was obviously almost 70% drop in prices, and I hope this.
But see the prices now. Like, if a garden home was eventually sold for 5.5 million dirhams.
That was a first price, yes.
And then, if you see the prices today, the cheapest garden home would be like for like what, 40, 45 million dirhams, 30 million dirhams, 40 million dirhams, something like that. I don't see any kind of drops. I mean, if you see that period, the period of 18, 19 years that has have come through, I personally find people, those who had good holding power, they have actually made very good amount of money.
As I said, there are areas that perform very well, and even if you transacted 20 times on one property, you could see statistics on many properties. If you go and see some from the first purchase until last purchase, how much and the history of the transactions, what happened during this period of time, there were also drops. People were selling at minus.
Dubai has made a lot of millionaires every year.
They did. And actually, real estate is one of the industry which you can be.
No matter if the market collapsed, no matter if the market has gone up.
100%.
Because when the
You're
market,
always gonna make the money.
Exactly.
As an
So
agent.
when the market
Yes.
was going down, people, those who were exiting, they were selling properties on a throwaway price, and people, those who actually bought it and had that good holding power, they made like very crazy amount of money. I mean, I had no idea. I'll give you my own example. I own a Serena myself, and I bought it in the year 2017 on a 40-60 plan. So 40% during 4 years,
Yes.
and 60% upon handover. When the handover came, of course, I was not having that kind of money in my hand. So I had two options: either to take a bank finance, either to sell it. I had some of my friends, those who bought with me, and at that specific time, I literally begged them, do not sell, hold them. These villas will definitely skyrocket. They didn't believe in me. They had like XYZ reasons. We want to exit because we have to use this money for a certain business. I personally feel they had no confidence in me or probably in the Dubai market. But I had some other friends, those who understood, went with me, and they listened me and they believed in me. And today, those villas have gone up. So for an example, if a townhouse that was eventually bought from, I'll name the developer, Dubai Properties for 1.6 million dirhams, today those villas are transacting anywhere between 2.8 and 3.3 million dirhams, which means it's double up the price. You don't find 100% appreciation in any part of the world. I mean, if it's only Dubai where we have that kind of appreciation. And I really feel sorry for those people
who did not go with you.
That's their loss at the end of the day. I mean, they had a chance, and I believe paying another 60% was nothing for them. But then they opted to move out. They wanted to exit. Today, they are, I don't know if they've bought anything or they haven't bought anything. But I know one thing, that they are paying at least 20%, 25% of that property value only for rentals, just to live here in Dubai. Why? Because where they are coming from, the lifestyle is not that great. Education is not that great. Healthcare is not that great. I think Dubai is providing everything. Dubai is giving a good healthcare, good lifestyle, good education. And at the same time, your investment is also improving. Tell me one thing. When we are talking about this correction, Eleni, what areas you think in your mind will have a huge impact whenever it comes to correction?
Which areas? I mean, residential.
In general, yeah, in general.
Yeah. I believe the ones that probably the areas like downtown itself and Marsa Dubai, in my opinion.
How about Emaar beachfront?
I think this is I cannot say it's part of Marsa Dubai, but yeah.
You think those areas will be affected as well with the price?
Not affected. I think that at the moment, owners are asking for a high price on resale.
Do you see?
Because if you look at the obviously the age of the property and what is offered like as a brand new off plan, well, people say, I'd rather invest, and not in full, in an off plan.
Do you see a lot of transactions in areas like Emaar beachfront nowadays? Are there a lot of transactions happening actually or not?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
But when we look at the Marsa Dubai, where you have JBR and Marina, you see a lot of transactions.
A lot of transactions, yes.
So, shall we consider Emaar beachfront as
it's a separate, area-wise, it's part of in my opinion, it's like a part of Marina, and at the same time, it's not. It's
so that's
a small island.
So, shall we just consider Emaar beachfront is not an ordinary sector? It's like a luxury sector of.
It is a luxury sector but with the community being built so tight on the buildings. Mm-hmm. One exit, one entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
we talked about it, right?
Every community has pros and cons.
100%.
Let's talk about your 5 favorite communities.
Oh, I put a note on them. Which are my top 5? Okay, obviously it's gonna be JBR.
You like JBR?
I love JBR.
Okay.
I love Palm.
Okay.
I like, I think, District 1.
Nice.
But this is like next level, like.
Correct.
Yeah. I like how downtown performs. How many more left?
4.
No, I told you 4. So one more?
Yeah.
And one more would go with... and have you noticed I did not mention even one single community, villa community?
Yes.
No, actually, District 1 is... sorry. What else I could go for? Let's pick a city walk.
You like City Walk?
I mean, it's just across the street from downtown.
Mm-hmm.
The community is underrated. I don't know why it's not that popular as I wanted it to be.
Okay.
I mean, there are transactions, but obviously, it's not.
Okay. Since you have given those 5 good communities, I now want you to rank 5 developers, and then I have a surprise question for you from those 2 questions. So let's talk about what, in your opinion,
which top developers for me, or I mean, there are.
Of course,
everyone.
We need to know. We need to understand how do you. What's your opinion about your 5 preferred developers? Because you are an expert with the industry, not me anymore.
I loved MR.
Okay, so Emaar goes number 1 from
MR,
1 to 5 or 5 to 1.
No, it's like top.
Top. So you
for
said
me, it's still MR.
Emaar, you said number 1. Okay.
Then obviously, I will name. If you notice, I will name only the semi-government companies.
That's fine.
It's gonna be
it could be anything, Eleni.
Miras.
Yeah. Okay.
Dubai Properties.
Okay.
They've done really amazing job, and one of my favorite projects is the old JBR, Jumeirah Beach Residence.
Mm-hmm.
They don't build anymore anything like this.
Okay.
Then I go with Nahil, because they are building the Palm Jebel Ali.
Okay.
And I know they're into sizes as well. They build big sizes. And the fifth. Oh, Shoba.
Okay.
Whatever I don't know. In Arabic it's Shoba. In English it's Sobha.
Sobha. Okay.
Yeah.
Shoba. So
Shoba.
as per you call it, you have those 5 developers. Okay, since nobody's asking me any questions, I'm gonna rate myself 5 developers that I have personally experienced that are really doing good in all means. Recently, I got connected with some developers. I was doing some research, how they are performing, how they are doing. So a lot of the big developers that you see, the name, I think they are mainly selling a brand name. They have become a brand now. So, and whenever we look at their construction quality, it is satisfactory. I'm not going to call it's excellent, but it is satisfactory. But if you want to talk about some really nice developers, either it's government, semi-government, private, or whatsoever, I have certain developers in my mind that I really want to talk about. If you ask me, my number one pick would be Ellington Properties.
I knew that.
See,
I know they're good. They're good
I'll
at
tell
what
you
they
something
do.
about
Yes.
these guys. These guys are like on a next level. I mean, I haven't bought anything myself over there, but I have seen something that they have completed and delivered. Wow.
Yes.
Masterpiece. They are creating a good name for themselves as well as for Dubai. Anybody, those who have invested there, are doing phenomenally great. They are leasing, like if you look at people, those who have bought with them, the prices have gone up. Even the rentals are not available in that building. I mean, I was looking at some of the property finders, Ellington buildings, and I barely see like very small listings are available. Comparing with other developers, a lot of the availabilities are there. So Ellington goes number one in my eyes. Number two, I would like to say Select Properties. I
The
like
famous Torch Tower.
Well, see, that is a disaster. But if you look at their other projects that they have actually done, if you look at the projects that they have actually handed over, really phenomenal, really phenomenal. The third developer would be that I would say is Miras. Why? Because what Miras has done, I mean, Miras did City Walk. In terms of community-wise, I would say Miras is number one, top developer. Why? Because the way Miras develops the communities, amazing. They made City Walk, made a beautiful living, handed over. City Walk, they did Blue Waters, skyrocketing prices, beautiful community.
Amazing.
Beautiful
Yeah.
project. Number 3, I would like to call Dubai Properties. Excellent work whenever it comes to making communities. Even when the disaster came this year, the rain that affected a lot of communities, most of Dubai Properties communities were safe.
Safe.
A
Yes.
few of them got affected, but not all of them. So I would definitely call where other buildings and other houses were complaining. I had no complaint from my tenants. I
You
made
live
a
in
check.
Dubai property.
I'm being very honest about that. I don't have to give any false statement, but yes, no complaints about them. Number 4 would be Emaar. I'm a signature customer by Emaar myself. And Emaar has made a lot of people a lot of money. And I really want to thank to Emaar and Mr. Muhammad Al-Abar. But they need to improve their quality of construction.
Bring back the quality.
Indeed. If you look at Emaar's buildings, like
Old
the Emaar
buildings
6
still-
towers,
oh,
if you look at Old
phenomenal.
Town, you look at the Burj residences, those construction qualities are not there.
The Burj Residences, the Marina Promenade.
You see, beautiful contractors, beautiful
Southridge,
construction.
I used
Yes,
to sell there.
one of the. I mean, see, these are the projects. If you look at now, okay, no doubt, Emaar has improved a lot in facilities, in providing the modern amenities, in giving like a high standard living, but. Construction-wise, satisfactory. I don't call it bad, but I just call it satisfactory. My 5th and my last most famous developer would be Nakheel. Because Nakheel, whatever Nakheel did, some of their projects are just amazing. It's like, wow. Some of their projects are not wow, but it's renting, it's selling, people are making money. So I call these 5 developers, like these 5 developers are on my list because whenever it comes to me, my pick, I make sure that number one, the location plays a very important role. Number two, what is the price per square feet you are buying? And number three, the developer you are buying through. So tomorrow, XYZ developer comes, makes the best finishing, but nobody knows about him, nobody's going to buy from you.
Yeah.
You buy Imar, any part of Dubai, it's Imar, hand it over, you are already appreciated on your premium. So Imar gives you a guarantee of not losing money, you will make money.
Yes.
Whereas other developers are also coming on that level. But I believe the branded ones are only selling today because of their brand. And they will continue this till the end of the world. I'm saying, Eleni, this is what my.
So, do you approve these collaborations that let's say, the private developers collaborating with big brands? Like you would buy, or you think that these brands are under risk with the?
See, end of the day, even if these private developers are collaborating with designer brand, like we recently have Benghati, I believe what they are showing and the way they are selling is just amazing.
Okay, Benghati, put it this way,
Okay.
They are private, but they have a history of constructions. Like they did deliver projects. Let's put the new developers that stepped in since 2022.
See, I mean, there are so many developers you can talk about at the moment. Whenever it comes to construction, whenever it comes to their quality, whenever it comes to customer care. See, people are never happy at any part of the world. If you
so
see,
we don't have basically no developers. Sorry to interrupt you, but I need to ask you. I was having this question in my mind. So we do not have any developer that we walk in and we don't want to change a thing.
Ellington.
So you're saying that when you buy Ellington,
You don't have to change
you
anything.
just bring your
Yeah.
suitcases
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you live in.
I'm not being paid for any promotions, guys. I'm being very honest. I recently saw a show house, and then after that,
See, this is the mistake people a lot of the times do. The show house. I had this feedback from clients when they bought properties and when they received properties, the show house and the actual property was a mismatch.
so allow me to complete. So I saw a show house by this brand Ellington, and I was very impressed. And I actually had a chance to see one of their building, which is in Maidan, which was recently handed over. I have made a video myself. Wow. Area like Maidan. You see, the best part about them, they are giving fully equipped kitchens, appliances, branded ones, number one. Number two, if you go in their, let's talk about a 1-bedroom apartment. So you have like your fridge, you have like your dishwasher, you have like a washing machine. It's all there. It's already there. They are also providing like equipments with the kitchen things. So they are providing you all the basic necessities that is required in an apartment.
Which no longer developers do.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they are. This is number one. They are doing. Number two, they are not compromising on sizes. A lot of developers are actually compromising on size.
Yes, that's reality now.
These ones are not compromising on size. They are giving a good size.
So I actually stopped building these units. You know why I like the old JBR? Because they don't build sizes like that. 1,280 square foot, 1-bedroom apartment. It's the size of the 3-bedroom in some new projects.
Well, I think developers need to think about this.
Because we need to
whoever
bring,
is behind this, guys, you have to give sizes.
Because I feel when we enter a property, even as agents, and we get comments
Correct.
from our clients talking about what happened. That's why people are still buying old projects, because in any way, the quality at some projects, they need to renovate. So why investing in renovation when they can renovation of the new property, which is smaller in size, and build up the garden, when they can buy something in the old project, renovate it for the same money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the sizes and quality should never be even a point of discussion, in my opinion. For all developers, doesn't matter whether you made your trillions, whether you made your millions or billions. You still need to give what people asking.
One place where you want to go and live rest of your life in Dubai, what community would that be?
As I said, Dubai is expanding, but I always have my love for the seafront projects. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, for now, I'm under negotiations whether I want to live next to GBR, I mean in GBR or in Palm.
Ah, okay.
So these are the two projects which obviously you buy, you don't lose, because prices are not crazily up. If you look at the prices, they are the most reasonable. And the sizes, again, this is something that I don't negotiate.
Are you ready? I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. That's going to be like the
Let's
end
go,
of
let's go.
All right. So here's going to be the rapid fire session. You will have 5 seconds to answer each question.
Okay.
If you don't know the answer, just
Skip.
Just raise your hand like this, and I'm going to ask you the next question.
Okay.
Not both of them, just one of your hands.
Okay.
All right. What caused the Dubai real estate crash in 2008 and 9?
That was global.
Correct. How has the market recovered since?
With applying Dubai Land Department rules, regulations, RERA, building more transparent market.
Okay. Which areas were hit hardest?
Downtown.
Okay.
That was my opinion, okay?
What's the biggest lesson learned?
Don't get greedy.
Are investors confident today, Eleni?
Much more than, let's say, 10 years ago. After the recovery.
Did Expo 2020 boost the market?
Probably yes, but not much.
Is the market overheating again?
In my opinion, yes.
Okay. What's the safest area to invest in Dubai right now?
You can never go wrong with downtown, but I mean, how many projects left in downtown? That we probably need another extension of downtown, but yeah. As you see also, Blue Waters, safe.
Blue Waters, huh? Safe, huh?
Safe.
Are luxury properties cash-proof in Dubai?
Repeat again. Cash.
So, are luxury properties crash-proof? Like, if you invest in the Dubai luxury property market?
Okay, you don't lose because there is no actually luxury property in Dubai like before. Now we are building actually something. You heard Baccarat houses. You heard this Jake and Co. So let's see with these collaborations that they come in, we will have extra luxury projects.
Do you think will there be another crash soon, Eleni?
I don't know.
All right.
I sound very negative.
No, it's not about being negative. I think you were.
I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I don't like I never promise anything to my clients. When I sell them based on what they want.
What is one piece of advice you would like to give an end user when he's planning to buy a property?
End user, choose your community in a way that you like. It will suit your budget, obviously. I don't know, your infrastructure has to be built in a way that you have easy access to go in, go out. Is that the question you're asking? Or we're talking about something else?
No.
Otherwise, I would say choose wisely on your agent. Make sure that the agent is like transparent, honest, and will tell you the good and bads on each area, and then the decision is yours to make.
Okay. I'll just ask a head out. For example, if you have been given $5 million to invest in the Dubai real estate market, how would you spend it?
Well, I would buy probably units in upcoming areas of plans. See how they would obviously give me a capital appreciation, or I can rent them out and actually make stable, like silent income for the rest of my life.
Do you have any special message to say to your community and investing here in Dubai?
My community, even the agents, right?
Agents or your you. I mean, I understand you speak multiple languages. You can talk. If you have.
I don't want to talk my language.
Okay.
Let's do it in English as we started, because I will flip and then I will. Yeah.
Okay. So, what is one message you want to say to the agent fraternity in Dubai? What they should be concerned about?
Agents need to actually, in my opinion, in today's market, start being more ethically right to their colleagues.
Okay.
This is what we are lacking in today's market among our colleagues, right?
Correct.
For buyers, as I said already, make sure you choose your agent wisely.
Yeah.
And make it a lifetime commitment.
Yeah. Also, please request these brokers don't stop cold calling, man. I mean, they give a lot of headache.
Well, there've been some regulations about it, but everyone is doing their bread and butter.
Stop cold calling, guys. I mean, be professional. I mean, if you want to contact and approach a seller, approach them in a very respectful way. He will definitely reply you on an email. I'm getting like calls like every day, and it's like.
So what do you get? Like, they harass you? They give you a call and say what?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
the usual
about.
Call will be because I'm also getting a call.
They are always very respectful, but what they need to understand is if
one formula doesn't work.
Yeah. So if a person said no, I'm not interested in selling or leasing any of the properties, have him deleted from your contact and just share a note in your office. Do not contact or approach this person. What eventually happens is the same person will call you next day. Hi, sir, would you be interested in selling or leasing your property?
Because probably your number is at multiple.
So what I did, I actually went to
databases.
land department, changed my number, and I was happy for a couple of months, and then the same thing started repeating. So anyway, that's fine.
I want for a last comment
Yeah.
to say that the King Solomon had a ring, and inside the ring it was a message.
Okay.
Everything is temporary, and thus will pass. So even we have a good times, they pass. We have a bad times, they pass. Don't lose your positivity, and don't lose the hope that everything will be good.
So guys, what Eleni said, everything is temporary. Be good, be kind with everybody. You guys can download my podcast. You can like and subscribe my channel on the YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram. And Eleni, thank you very much for coming on my show.